Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm NancyJoy. Well, in case you haven't heard, in case you haven't been online or looked at anything lately, we are in the middle of a huge stellar alignment, a huge astrological time on our planet, which really began September 20th with the Pluto Uranus Square, which is a very, very powerful one for a number of reasons. And I have a link to a good article on it below for those on YouTube and on my email for those who receive my email. You know, I suggest if you're interested in any of this and you don't receive my emails, which has the written portion, you sign up for them at the bottom of my website, www.heartlights.net, because I often put links, and YouTube isn't fond of links. So then you know, if you want to continue to research or understand further, it makes it kind of difficult. But anyway, the Uranus Pluto square is a big deal. There was one similar in the 60s. It started off the whole technological burst that we've experienced these last 30 and 40 and I guess 50, wow, years. And this is another such a time, like a life-changing time. In addition to that, we had the Fall Equinox, which is very much about bringing duality and relationship together in our hearts and understanding that journey. And then right on top of it, this Saturday, September 29th, is the full moon in Aries, and you know, it's a very, very powerful full moon. Everyone of every sign will be dealing with erratic and volatile energies, creating dramas depending where it is in your chart. And I would recommend, if you want to know where it is in your chart and you don't have any access to anything, I like astrologyzone.com with Susan Miller, and just hit your sign and find out, you know, where this whole Pluto, Uranus, and full moon thing is hitting you in your chart. In my chart, it's hitting in my place where I seem to always learn my lessons, which is family and friends, and not family, partnerships and friends. And so, you know, it's kind of expect to be blindsided. But here's the thing. Here's the quote I used, and this is from a great channeling by Metatron that was on the Earthkeeper website. But this is the quote. Karma is not repayment of debt. I've always known that. The karmic balance can simply take place when you learn a lesson. When you've learned the lesson, that's it. It's not an eye for an eye. It's not, I was married to him and cheated, so I'm now married to someone who's going to cheat. I don't like that at all. What's the lesson? Loving yourself or not feeling blame. So anyway, and the quote goes on to say, the karmic balance can simply be replaced by the learning of the lesson, and therefore does not necessarily require an experiential lesson physically manifested in 3D. So here we are going into this very powerful square, this very powerful red full moon, the Aries full moon, let's say, following that blue moon last month, and the Uranus-Pluto conjunction. And this period of this last part of 2012 has been talked about, you know, for quite a bit. And now here we are starting it off with an astrological bang, so to speak. But here's the thing, you know, all the predictions, all the stuff going on, and yes, this can be volatile. Yes, you probably experience dramas and whatever house this is happening. Friends, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity when something like this happens. And is it going to feel good? Probably not. But within that space that doesn't feel good, there is lessons learned. There is, let's call it karmic energy. Anyway, it's bringing the energies back into balance as you learn these lessons. And since this is the last big jolt, so to speak, of 2012, there's so much to be gained by taking a look at this and opening to this. And, you know, there's a lot of these things, you know how they say, well, if you buy into all the predictions, you create them, and the best predictions are those that don't come true. And I truly believe that, because to one person experiencing this Pluto-Uranus square and the moon and everything that's going on, It can be devastating, and they can think, oh my God, this is because of Pluto Uranus. This is, oh my God. How about we move into this, or you're in it? How about you come into this time period in a much more conscious frame of mind, which says whatever happening here has to be terrific no matter how it feels, because it's like the Kevin Trudeau thing. I don't know how and I don't know when, but this is working out for the very best for me, or I would not have created it, right? Or I would not have created it. An example of this is so many people with Mercury Retrograde. For those who knows what that is, it's difficulty. Happens, I think, 3 or 4 times a year for 3 weeks, and it can be a very difficult time where communications are missed, technology doesn't work so well, and all of that. And I know some people, and my husband included, oh my God, it's Mercury Retrograde. And yeah, it is. So let's embrace it. Let's learn from it. Let's grow. Let's understand it. Let's use it as an opportunity. Ezekiel is fond of saying, use any energy created, even if it's this negative feeling energy, constructively. Use it as an opportunity. So Metatron's quote indicates that this is a wonderful time to bring lots of so-called karma into balance for the mass consciousness. So it's going to affect us individually, and it's going to affect us planetarily. It is a change in the mass consciousness, but as you all know, it starts with a change in you. So, embrace this configuration. Read about it. I have some great links where to find it in your chart, what the Uranus-Pluto conjunction is all about. So dive into this and use the experience. And, if you're blindsided, the best thing to do is feel the feelings and then come back into your center. Come back into your place that knows that this is happening beautifully for a wonderful reason. And even when it's such a struggle to get there, begin that conscious journey, because that really is a key. Instead of allowing predictions and alignments to create them with our thoughts, let's ahead of the game decide to use our thoughts and feelings to change the situation to a positive experience, because there's no way we're going to create the new earth and the new reality unless we take this one on. So I wish you many opportunities this week. I wish you the best in using your consciousness and your emotions constructively to shift things and to grow. Have a spectacular week, and we'll see you again next week.